Appreciate that, and welcome everybody to Florida District 1. We're going to talk two topics today, the Heartland TIM team and the RMC, or the Ranger mobile cameras. So appreciate that and the introduction. So a little bit about me real quick. I've been in law enforcement for about 35 years. I was in the Detroit area, just south of the city, in a little place called Brownstown. And I was a traffic officer there for 15 years, then a shift commander for 15 years. And then I came down to Florida and was a patrolman in Florida Gulf Coast University Police Department, right down here in Fort Myers. And then I joined the TIM program as a law enforcement liaison through FDOT. And now I am the TIM program manager of District 1 via Metric Engineering to FDOT. So in April of this year, District 1 held the inaugural Heartland Counties TIM team meeting. This included training and incident debriefs. So this is a really good map here. You can see the heartland of Florida, hence the Heartland TIM.
Hey, Tom, we're not seeing your shared screen.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
All right, well, I'm gonna go back to my pictures because they were pretty. How people know who I am. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for pointing that out. So this was what I talked about earlier. And in the Heartland team is right there in the center of the state. There's 6 counties, and there are no interstates that run through this district, but it's all part of the District 1 TIM team. On the further east coast is the West Palm Beach and that Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Our area is Fort Myers and Tampa. We go from Tampa all the way down to the Broward County line, which includes Alligator Alley, and that's all of I-75. These 6 counties here, they have no interstate running through them, although they do have a lot of state roads and US highways. So what Paul just talked about is a great example of what we're doing in this Heartland TIM team. It's the next gen TIM. We expand our geographic coverage with our TMC, the information timelines for incident detection, particularly on local roads and the state highways. It focuses on local agency TIM programs, which we just introduced in April, while integrating new and emerging technology tools and training to improve incident detection and reduce safety response and clearance time on all the roadways. So this is the next gen picture. We've all seen this before. The incident occurs, we utilize the TMC, and we can forward information to our incident responders and even the motoring public to try to avoid these situations or these locations where there's a crash. And this is done through our arterial management, and that includes signal timing adjustments, providing traveler information, especially during special events or construction on state roadways, utilizing DMS, Florida 511, those type of apps, the Waze app, etc. Arterial management also coordinates traffic information with counties, cities, TMCs, and other local agencies within the district. This is a great program. We really try to utilize these 3 entities and vendors to get the information out there. We all know that as soon as there's something happening and somebody's using their Google map or their Waze app, they immediately want to be notified to find a quicker and safer route. So we try to stress that with our motoring public. At the Heartland TIM team, our focus was to be improving the 3 C's, that being communication, coordination, and cooperation. Among all incident responders, those listed on the right side of your screen. The benefits include reducing incident-related congestion, improving response and clearance times, preventing secondary crashes, improving traffic flow, and most importantly, that's why we're all here, is improving first responder safety. And we can see the list of all those that are participants in the Heartland TIM team. It was our very first meeting, was very successful. We had a lot of different vendors there. We had a lot of FDOT staff. We have a Heartland FDOT transportation system, which is real exciting about having the new Heartland TIM team come out their way. We always include one training episode of all the TIM meetings we do. And the very first one that we did at the Heartland TIM team included electric vehicle fires. And that was put on by our RTMC, STMC operations manager, Luis Hernandez. We all know that dealing with electric vehicle fires is something completely different, and that it needs to be addressed to our first responders that may not know about these EV fires. You know, your typical regular car fire takes about 3,000 to 4,000 gallons of water, whereas electric vehicle fires take anywhere between 30 to 40,000 gallons of fire. So we put that on a very good presentation for our team out that way, and it was very well received because a lot of the firemen that attended had not known about these EV fires, and Florida is one of the emerging states and leaders in electric vehicles. We also do what's called incident reviews, and with partnering with FHP and other local agencies, we do crash reviews. We try to do at least one in every one of our counties that is in the Heartland. So this is a quick example of an incident debrief, we call this. This was a case on January 17th on State Road 700 and US 98. You can see the location there. This is in Okeechobee County. And this was a head-on crash, and we had vendors and responders that are participants, and we give them a heads up. We send the crash report to FHP, and we try to have one of the officers that was either on scene or the traffic homicide investigator that handled the case. And with each case, we do a timeline review, because we all know we want to try to get the road open as quickly and safely as possible. And in Florida, we have a real unique situation called an open roads policy. Open roads policy is supported by FDOT and FHP. It's a joint operation where we try to get all roads open as quickly as possible. So here's an example of the timeline of the crash that we would have reviewed, and the total duration with a fatality investigation was just a little bit over 200 minutes. And if you've ever investigated a fatality crash, you know that's actually a pretty good timeline. So we're real proud of that kind of stuff. This slide here, you can see we had participants from all over the vendors and all over the state in this Heartland TIM team, and very well respected people in this list here. We had a lot of members from FDOT that were excited to be a part of the new TIM program. They've heard of TIM, but they've never actually participated in a TIM program because there was none out that way. So they were very excited to have a program come out that way. You can see there's local PDs, county sheriffs, county fire departments, whole bunch of people from all over the state, right there in the center of the state, that participated in that. And at the conclusion of every meeting, we always do a review of all the participants. We do a round table. We have the record operators there, of course, the FHP, the Heartland Regional TPO. They were real excited about having the TIM team come out that way, because it's a training program for everybody, and they're learning. And one of the things that we do in our future TIM teams out that way is we normally pick a chapter from the Sharp 2 training and push that out to the team out that way, because we do offer a Sharp 2 class you spoke of earlier, and we're going to offer a class in September. We have 30 seats, and that filled up in about 5 days. So we are doing our part down here in Florida to raise your numbers that you spoke of earlier, and I appreciate you pushing that out to the team as well. So changing gears, we're going to talk briefly about our District 1 Ranger mobile camera, or we call it the RMC. This is a camera that was mounted on our Road Ranger vehicles and is live action at the scene camera. So earlier this year, the district and the TSMO staff had the vision to bring live high definition video streams right to the TMC. Our goal was to deploy the cameras mounted right on top of the Road Ranger vehicles. So this is a view of, on the left-hand side, this is the view that we would normally see utilizing the pole camera. The pole camera is about every quarter mile here in Florida. Some are closer, some are further. But this would have been the normal view. On the right-hand side of your screen, you now see the live view. So this was a live view of an action that was taken, and it shows the sun guide operators and anybody that has sun guide accessibilities can pull this camera up and view exactly what's going on live on a scene. So this was led by Justin Merritt and Transcor's David Burnside and the Road Ranger staff. We worked through a bunch of trials and tribulations to get this pretty successful. Again, it's called the RMC. So this is a back view, and we can turn these cameras. Anybody that has, like I said, capabilities of the sun guide can access these cameras. What's great about these cameras are the Road Ranger can pull up, and so you know how sometimes you can't see into the woods because you don't have the right camera angle, or if you have a bridge blocking your view. We can have the Road Ranger park at a certain location, and we can see that car that's gone into the woods at a long distance from the interstate live. So because this was a pilot program, we utilized whatever equipment we had in our garage. And these are your typical candy cane cameras that we mount on the poles on the interstate. So it was not the best looking system out there, but we did a 6-month pilot program, and it was very, very well received. Everybody liked it. So we then decided to upgrade utilizing these FirstNet modems. These are very durable and rugged. They're called Infinities, and they communicate securely, which was a huge issue. We had to go through security to get a secure feed to the RTMCs. The camera can be turned 360 degrees or PTZ, go up and down. It's activated when the Road Ranger raises his arrow board. So the video is not always constantly leaving, going live. When the arrow board is down, the camera is off. And those with access to Sun Guide then can click on the camera, and this camera is called the RMC 111, and view the action live. So here we have a crash right in front of the Road Ranger camera that we were able to move and see the responders come and go and get a good timeline. This is our new installment of it. This is what the new camera looks like. And we are going to dispatch these on all 35 of our trucks that we have here in District 1. And this is our very first one of the Infinity cameras that we installed over the weekend. Very excited about this program. And like I said, it's been awesome. This is the modem that sits in the truck. You can see it's a very weatherproof box. And then everything is connected through the FirstNet program right to our Sun Guide and to our operators. This is how we locate the camera. Right now, the camera is stationary at our garage. It can be easily listed as we go further and start adding more cameras. All an operator has to do is scroll down to RMC 111, right-click it. It says Find on Map, and it takes you right to this location. They double clip that red camera right there, and they get the live feed. And they can put that on a video screen about the size of a theater at our TMC down here in Fort Myers, and even in our friends there in Bradenton, the STMC up there. Then our friends at FHP also can see this and watch on their troopers and determine if we want to activate a risk or not. It's been very well received. This is another live view that we had. This was looking forward at over the hood of the truck. And again, you can see a live action, and it activates right as soon as he puts his arrow board up. We had a good response. This is a good quote. TMC operators and FHP dispatched 360 degrees on scene coverage of an event, enabling them to provide accurate support to assist the road rangers and the traveling public. That's from our ITS manager, Ravi Brown. And from the road rangers dispatch center, we have FHP supervisor Elise stated, the road ranger mounted cameras allow for a more in-depth on-scene view of closures and scene safety. So this is a cool picture here. This is a helicopter, and right above that helicopter, you see the pole. Well, that would have been the pole that would have been utilized to view this crash site. And you can see above is an overpass. So the overpass was blocking the view of the crash. So utilizing the RMC, we were able to do a 360-degree view of the crash site. And we could see the helicopter coming and going. We could tilt the camera up to get the view of the helicopter. We could see the injured parties and how many there were. So it was a great, this was a really, really good scene here to utilize the RMC and show its capabilities. And I know there's going to be questions at the end, or I'll check the chat box. If you have anything now, there's my contact information. And I appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks, Tom. Greatly appreciate. Good presentation. Cameras, they're outstanding resource. I remember when it used to be said that a picture is worth 100 words and video is worth a million. I tell you, back at the TMC, the decisions that can be made, the arrangements and resources that can be taken care of just by watching what's going on at the scene. What a great resource. You guys did a great job. And looks like you went about it in the right way too, right? Low cost, use what you had, and then made your point, and there it flew on its own merits. So thanks, sir. Greatly appreciate that.
Thank you.
And there are some questions in the chat there too, if you get a second. One of the questions just popped up. So if you get a
Okay, yeah. Do you want me to do those now?
Well, if you could, yeah.
Yeah, sure. It says, how frequently are road rangers on scene, for instance? Well, right now, we dispatch about 11 road rangers covering 189 miles, everything from the Alligator Alley. Like I said, that's our only 24/7 operation. And they respond to everything from debris calls to crash sites to rollovers and medical emergencies out on the interstate. Right now, they are interstate only, I-75 from Tampa to Broward County line. They will go on the arterials if the on and off ramps are affected. So they are very busy, 30 to 40,000 calls a month. And right now we're at over 1 million. So very busy.
Yeah. Outstanding. Thank you, sir.
The EV presentation, yeah, we did a really good EV presentation. We do have that available. I could give it to the team. And that was a really good presentation, very well received. And that's all I see.
Outstanding. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.